destroying all of them very quickly, you actually prevent reinforcements. So.
Yep. And you can even supply block him if you do it good
Exactly.
enough. We're gonna be hopping into the next and last decisive game between these two players. It is gonna be Star Station, one of the biggest, most epic maps possible in the expansion.
Yeah, it does create an interesting sets of games most of the time, but players kind of hate this map.
I'm glad you said it and not me, but I absolutely hate this map.
I don't
It's
I don't have an opinion on this map. I just play on all the maps. I don't downvote anything. Just because I'm telling myself, hell, I have to be able to play on all the maps, right? So like different maps require different approaches. Um, I think it's like sometimes it's just the stubbornness of the players. Like everybody wants to have 3 bases, and they don't want to be doing 2 base all-ins. They don't want to practice 2 base all-ins. And Star Station is one of those maps where in some matchups, yes, in some matchups, no. But you definitely should know at least 1 or 2 base all-ins as a StarCraft 2 player. It's not all about macro games.
Yeah, that's definitely true, especially in tournament plays like this. You should know your all-ins as well as your macro builds
Hmm.
to surprise someone. I don't think we're gonna see that though. I'm not sure. We will see BlinQQ make a refinery before adding his barracks.
Mm.
That could opt to be an early factory. That's usually the case. You make the barracks once the barracks finish, you start the factory. With a reactor, for example, could go into a variety of builds in Heart of the Swarm. Hellbat drop or a Widowmine drop is not uncommon on ladder.
Yeah.
We're gonna have to wait and see what he does with it though. Could just be fooling us once again, making a reactor, getting marines. And from Darkomicron we see double assimilator, which could opt once again going for the airplay. Or, well, something else. This could go a lot of ways. Very interesting opening. Um, Bell, though, I've been away for 2 weeks. Can you tell me what you've been doing in the last 2 weeks?
Oh, well, not much. I started doing a series on my stream. I stopped streaming ladder because I just got fed up with losing all the time and being just in a very bad mindset. It's different when I play off stream than when I play on stream. On stream I'm just unhappy too much. I rage too much. I'm frustrated greatly, and off stream I just don't care that much. Because no one's watching me. So I stopped streaming my ladder. Instead, I'm doing a cast my game show. It's called. So basically, I'm accepting replays from players, 1v1s, master versus master level, at least approximately 20 minutes long, plus minus 10 minutes, give or take. So people send me replays. I cast them every day except Wednesday and weekend. So 4 days a week. Usually takes about 1.5 hour to finish the whole replays. Usually I cast 3 or 4 of them. Sometimes I have guests on the show, guest casters with me, and then I upload it on the YouTube. And apart from this, I'm just doing SCV Rush tournaments, the DSCL, and a little bit of other stuff as well if people ask me to. So that's
But
about
but
all.
but you just explained like 3 games ago that this doesn't work. I'm doing one of everything.
What the hell? Are you trying to troll me, dude?
There you
I'm not
go. No,
doing one of everything. I'm casting. I'm only
yeah.
casting. That's all I'm doing.
I saw a little bit of your followers tournament yesterday as well. I know you're doing a really good job and
Oh yeah,
enjoy watching it. And
we
yeah,
have that.
you're doing really good with the casting. And I can actually imagine the ladder part you told, because I also used to stream ladder games. And I actually had a lot of viewers during that time that I did that, because I gave a lot of tips and stuff like that. But if you lose 3 or 4 games on a stream, even if you don't say it, you're starting to feel a little horrible, because you're like,
Yeah,
oh my god, all these people are watching me and I'm doing
yeah.
this
Then you're
stuff.
feeling really
Hmm.
stupid,
Hmm.
like
Hmm.
especially when you keep making the same mistakes. And especially if you keep making mistakes, you are telling other people not to make. That's like the worst thing that can happen. So yeah, anyways, a Stargate opener once again. The SCV did scout it, and a Phoenix is going to be coming out this time, and this is not good because we have a Widowmine drop incoming, and there is no detection out for Dark Omicron. This could be a very, very quick game.
Yeah, it could be very quick. Oh, brilliant pickup.
Whoa! Picking up the Widowmine.
Unexpected there. I was like, okay, these Widow Mines are gonna burrow, he's gonna evacuate the probe line, the expansion is not finished, this is gonna be horrible. Nope. He's just gonna go ahead, pick them up as
That
he wanted to.
was really quick thinking there by DarkOmicron. First time I have seen this was in MC versus, god damn it, who was it? I think I think it was Bomber actually. MC versus Bomber on. I think it was Star Station. MC spawned in the bottom left, and Bomber was in the top right. And the same thing happened. MC opened up with a Stargate build, and Bomber went with a Widow Mine drop, and MC just picked up the Widow Mine with the Phoenix.
It's pretty brilliant play if you think about it.
Yeah, it is. It is.
He was a little bit lucky though if you think about it as
yeah,
well.
if those Phoenixes were already away, you know, those mines would have had no problems burrowing. That's the thing. Right now he's just going to use the Phoenixes to harass a little bit and pick an SCV here or there, but Blink, he's going for tanks, interestingly enough. So this
does get scouted though.
Does get scouted, and I don't know what his overall plan here is. He does have 2 barracks, third one in construction. He's trying to expand off of this, and he's got a tank. I mean, how often do you see tanks in TVP?
Every game I play.
Oh, right, but seriously, how often do you see tanks in TVP?
In professional matches or high master matches, you only see it when an all-in is involved or a strong contain is involved.
Exactly.
Like recently, during the WCS, you saw MVP? Or no, I don't know if it was MVP. Well, anyway, one of the Terrans, he did a bunker, a siege tank contain, so that the Protoss couldn't take his third base. Was brilliant, actually.
It was, but you have to be really careful when you do that. I mean, when you open like this with a, if he opened up with barracks like a normal play and then went with a factory into siege tanks, I wouldn't have much gripe with it. But the fact that he went for a Widow Mine drop and then he tries to go tanks and bio, I don't really think that's a good idea, just because of how greatly your stim is going to be delayed. Look at this, still 130 seconds on the timer, 120. That's 2 minutes. 2 minutes. He's gonna have stim at 12-minute mark. He can't move out until that point unless he really gets into a good position with the tanks. And he's never gonna do that because the Phoenixes are going to scout every single move out. He is trying to do that though, so.
Yep, it's gonna come down to positioning for the Terran, but I don't think he has the army right now to really make that much happen. I mean, DarkOmicron doesn't have that many units, but he's making a Colossus. And he can still warp in a few units as well. And the siege tank can just be picked off. Even with the 2 Vikings there, I think it will be enough Phoenixes to just
lift it up.
Yeah.
Unless the siege tank is protected by Widow Mines.
That would be brilliant. Burrow the Widow Mines.
That would be the only thing.
Yeah, put the siege tank on top of it. Yeah, that would.
And it's going to be just that. So the Phoenixes will not do all that much actually, and he's going to drop on the top a little bit of elevator play, sniping the observer.
Alright, he still has to be careful though. I mean, he's gonna try and kill these Phoenixes with the Marines, and the siege tank is covering the entrance. So if he runs up the units, the siege tank
if he runs up the ramp, he's gonna get blasted. This is a real difficult position here for DarkOmicron actually.
Now he's also reinforcing this a little bit, but he's gonna move into the siege tank.
Here we go.
And there's a lot of units in the medevac as well, and I think there's just not enough stuff from BlinQQ here to hold stuff. Nope, there's not, and everything's gonna go down. The mines, I don't think were that effective.
You want to hear something funny? Stim just now in this second finished.
Yeah, but
that was like, imagine Stim finishing before that attack. Would have been way tougher. That's what you call a very lucky or a very Gosu timing.
I think in this case, BlinQQ didn't go for the right build because even if the Widow Mines defended the siege tank from the Phoenix against the Colossus with just 1 siege tank, you're not gonna make anything happen. Like if you have 4 siege tanks or something, yeah, sure, but he didn't have enough bio either. This is a little bit sad because these guys have played a really good series, and BlinQQ had a really nice opening build as well. But the Widow Mines, after they've been picked up, these decisions just weren't the best, I feel like, and he's gonna pay for it soon, I also think.
Yeah, and DarkOmicron is looking to punish him. He's looking to kill him, actually. He's not been producing any probes for quite some time, dumping everything into units. He sees how small his army is, and he does have 2 Colossi with him. He's just waiting for the pylon to finish, making 1 or 2 warpins maybe, and then just go for it. Only 1 bunker there. BlinQQ checking with the Marine if this is actually coming. It is. So pulling all of his SCVs, he will be trying to defend with those, either repairing the bunker. But there go the perfect force fields, isolating a huge chunk of both the SCVs and the army. Thermal line's not finished yet, so those Colossi have to be really careful. That bunker has to go down.
Yep, has to go down, but so far hasn't. And BlinQQ actually holding off pretty nicely there without the Colossus range. I think it's a good decision to go back for now, because the Marauders can actually pick off the Colossus quite easily if they're in the same range.
Yeah, and especially if they're in the bunker, they actually have longer range currently than the Colossi. So.
Yep, and now we're gonna see Darkomicron take a 3rd base behind this, so that's gonna be really good. There's also a factory harassing the main base. Didn't do any damage as of yet though.
Didn't scout the 3rd base, but he has to probably landing the factory. How cute. He has to assume that there is a 3rd base, since the attacking army pulled back, and he is pulling all of his SCVs yet again.
Yep.
And this time there is no storm. This time it can actually work. 3 Colossi. How many sentries do we have? 5 sentries. A lot of energy on
by
those.
the pylon though. I mean, once your pylon gets attacked by two SCVs and one of them is holding a gas barrel, you kind of know he's pulling his SCVs. So Darkomicron cancels the 3rd base and is gonna make a hold.
He's gonna try. Because I don't know. I mean, the army supplies are really close, but if you count in the SCVs as well, if Blink does this correctly this time around, I think he will break through.
I don't know, it's gonna be really close, and he is wasting a little bit of time. If these cannons finish up, it's actually gonna complement the army quite nicely. There's also 1 Colossus
creating a choke as
halfway
well.
finished, and look at this, a really decent position by BlinQQ so far. The force field's also really good by Darkomicron though, catching almost every part of that army. The SCVs are gonna go down for almost free. A drop on the top side, I don't know if that was a good decision, and a full medevac gets sniped off as well. BlinQQ definitely not doing this perfect though.
No, and the force field's helping out immensely. How many do we actually have remaining? Oh, 0 when the sentry goes down. And well, I think Darkomicron is taking this. The Colossi are still standing. There's a GG from BlinQQ. So.
Yep, I'm sorry to see the guy go. To be honest, BlinQQ, very good first game. Nice second game. Should have taken the 2-0 in my opinion.
Yeah.
But he mismicroed it. And the 3rd game he was behind the whole time. And then he did an attack. And I think when I saw that, even if he did it perfectly, Darkomicron would have had the force fields to hold it off, to be honest.
Yeah, probably so. The big deal there was, of course, the Colossi not being able to kill the Colossi. They were far back, and nothing was gonna get to them. So.
Yep, it's too bad, but yeah, one of these players had to go in the losers bracket. I don't know if they're true or if they have one more game. I do know that next Thursday is going to be some of the winners brackets finals as well, so that's going to be really entertaining.